Selam dostlar, Nihaller. Today I did an amazing, authentic Tatar shopping, and I want to invite you into my kitchen and try out these authentic Tatar dishes that you can only find in Tatarstan. Let's start. First of all, I got this tea, and it's called sabantui. It's black tea with mix of some herbs. First, I would like to start with this dairy drink. It's called kotak. It's kind of similar to buttermilk or fermented milk, but it's not just like any regular buttermilk. This is actually boiled, cooked milk. So if we open it now, you will see the difference in color. So I'm just going to cut a little edge and then pour it a little. As you can see, it's not quite white. It's kind of it's a little bit like beige color. So it's because it's made with baked or cooked milk. Yummy. It's a little bit sour, but it's really good. When I was a child in the village, my grandmother would fry some potatoes, then you pour in some kotak, and then you eat the potatoes, fried potatoes, and accompanied with kotak. It was so good. I know it's kind of like a little weird combination, but you need to flavor, you need to taste it first to appreciate. So our first food is kotak. Next, I want to continue with this. Do you know what this is? This is hoklagan gudeg. So it's kind of like smoked, dried, smoked duck. It's really popular in the Tatar cuisine, and it's in a vacuumed packaging. So let's open it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Yeah, so this little package cost me about 420 rubles. It was pretty affordable. You're supposed to cut it in very thin slices and put it on the bread. So I sliced it into some thin slices, and let's try it. You can have it with the skin. Such rich flavor. It has a little bit of salt. It's so good. After you swallow it, you have some aftertaste in your mouth, lingering. My gosh, mind-blowing. Also, it's kind of fat. As you can see, this is all fat, right? So I wouldn't recommend eating it a lot. It normally comes as an appetizer. Our next Tatar dish is this. It's called kozalak. It's another type of smoked and dried meat, and it's made out of horse meat. This is what I've been dreaming about. I've been having dreams about it while I've been living in America. So finally, I'm back to Kazan for a couple of weeks, and finally, I got it. So this is what it looks like out of the packaging. And again, just like the dog that we just tried, it's going to be used as an appetizer, and what we do is just slice it in thin, very thin slices. You know, it has a very, very specific smell. Maybe the person who would smell it for the first time would be like, ew, it smells like animal. It has some gamey smell, but you need to get used to it. So it's also in some like vacuum cover. It even has some parts of fat. Like this is the slice. The horse meat is normally very dark and hard too. It's a little bit chewy. By the way, horse meat is illegal in the US, so no matter how badly you want to bring this delicacy with you back home, you shouldn't attempt that, as you may get a huge fine for breaking the law. Actually, for bringing any kind of meat for that matter. Just for this occasion, I got some freshly baked bread. I'm gonna cut a slice and have my fancy meats on the bread. The bread is also so good. It smells so good. They just baked it because they have like a bakery next to where I stay here. Guys, I'm having so much food pleasure, you can't even imagine it. So here is my sandwich with a mix of duck and horse meat. I'm happy like a little child. This is the moment that I'm waiting for 3 years. It's been 3 years since I haven't been home. So you get the idea. Now, let's continue. And our next dish is this. Bağırsak. Bağırsak. It's a dessert. It's similar to donuts. Dough, deep fried in oil, but then it was soaked in honey. Normally a bağırsak would be made for, like long time ago in villages and stuff, it would be made for weddings. I think there's even such a saying like kiyo bağırsağı or groom's donut. Kiyo bağırsağı. It's sweet. Like I said, it's soaked in some honey. I would strongly recommend having it with tea. You're probably thinking that it's soft. It's not really soft like donut, but it's supposed to be that way. Let's look at the next thing. It's this thing. It's called kurt. Kurt is in authentic Tatar language, but I'm Tatar, but I have a little bit different dialect. I'm Misher. Misher is one of the types of the Tatar languages, I guess dialects. And in my dialect, it's called Tura. Tura or kurt. It's another unique dish, and it's a dairy dish. Normally, they first make the farm cheese, right? It's white. And then if you keep cooking it and maybe add some sugar, and this is what is going to happen, right? Basically, it's just cheese, but it's baked or cooked cheese. Normally, this is the main ingredient of one of the traditional Tatar pies called güveriye. Güveriye. You can just have this with tea, or you can just put it in your pie. And good. One of my grandmother's neighbors, she would make this so good. So here it's a little bit finer. Hers would be bigger chunks, and it would be a lot juicier too. If you want, you can actually add some milk here too and eat it that way. Next thing. Voila! This is çek çek. A while ago I showed you the video how to make authentic Tatar çek çek. And today I just bought it at a store just to show you what it would look like. This piece was about 300 rubles. This is what it looks like inside. If you're the only person who is eating çek çek, you can always, of course, just grab some pieces and just eat it that way, or you can cut it. So I just grabbed a little piece This is very similar to bağırsak that we just ate. These are a lot smaller pieces of dough, deep fried in oil. Let it cool down, make honey plus sugar syrup, and then while the syrup is still warm, you just pour it over the little mini donuts, and then combine the whole thing together, making it kind of like cake, and then voila, it's ready. And a last but not the least dessert that I want to show you is called talkush kelebe. Talkush kelebe. I've never made this myself because you need to use some kind of more complex technology. You can make it at home, but it's time consuming. It's made with sugar, flour, honey, and butter. So this is what it looks like. So it's like one by one. Ideally, if you're not planning to finish it right away, you should keep it in the fridge or maybe even in the freezer. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of like thin threads of sugar. In Turkey, they have a similar dessert, and I think it's called pishmaniye. Let's take a bite. It's really sweet. So it kind of like falls apart. It also reminds me of cotton candy. I guess kind of the same technology. So this small box of talkush kelebe is 170 rubles. Çek is about 300 rubles. Bağırsak is about 250 rubles. Tea, Tatar tea was 200 rubles. Kurt or tura, half of the container, was 90 rubles. It's pretty cheap. The kozalak, horse kozalak, horse salami, was about 570 rubles. Kotak, it was about 50 rubles. What did you guys think? Have you ever tried any of these dishes that I showed you today? And what did you think? How did you like the flavor? Leave your comments below, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next videos. Aşılı sistemli bulsun. Mwah!